Welcome to Wilson, North Carolina for Game 2 of 4 here from Field 3, the opening weekend of the 2015-16 National League season, U.S. Youth Soccer. My name is Jake Levy, so glad you could join us here today for a U16 matchup that features the Fullerton Rangers White out of California and the Sporting Kansas City Academy out of Kansas City. U.S. Youth Soccer kicking off the National League this weekend following North Carolina to continue their league play in either Orlando, Florida, or Las Vegas, Nevada. There are 3 weekends of National League play to play your 7 games, and every team participates in 2 of the 3, everybody participating here this week. This, the National League U16 Blue Division. There are 16 teams at each age range and then divided into 2 8-team divisions. The Fullerton Rangers under the direction of Christian Roos against Sporting Kansas City, who start on the ball. Those who follow MLS will recognize the kits for the Sporting Kansas City U16 Academy team. Here's Fullerton in the white kits going left to right in this first half. Their first possession deposited out of bounds and ends quickly. Our noon game here from Field 3 in Wilson, North Carolina. Past 45 days, it's been an immense amount of rainfall here in the Wilson, North Carolina area, and because of that, field conditions extremely soggy. Sporting Kansas City here trying to build some pressure after both teams feeling each other out in these first couple of minutes. 2 40-minute halves plus stoppage time here in the National League U16 level. Kaya Tupinho, the keeper for Sporting Kansas City, restarts. And now it's back inside, but the flag up. So Sporting Kansas City restarts off the free kick. They'll just work it along their back line, flipping fields. Santiago Benegaza tripped up. So free kick coming here for the Fullerton Rangers. It's Nomar Ibarra. Eyeing things up, stack at the top of the 18 on the left side. Curled that way. The flick on blocked, and then the second chance lifted over the bar and out of play. So it'll be a goal kick after Michael Guerra Got under the second chance on the insert. Rangers again trying to build possession, but Sporting Kansas City has the answer this time. Keon tried to start it forward. Not much on that pass from Salazar, and it's intercepted. Good bend, hoping for the run from Karani. But Sean was blocked off, and then the ball deposited out of play, so the Rangers will just concede the throw-in rather than allow that angle pass to squeeze through. Hansen restarts on the throw-in. Flips it back to Wood. Now they find Karani. He was blocked off as he tried to twist and turn back inside down the left flank. Keon's throw-in blocked right back to him. Taking on two defenders, drifts towards the corner. One good push down the end line, but then had it taken away by the second defender. Ziegler for Glynn. Trying to build the other way was Maldonado. Was wearing number 80 today instead of his usual number 11. There's a good ball inside behind for Charis. But the defending good in the end as the curl back in front will just be played by Tupino. Charis had the angle, but the defending a little bit late, and the end was good. Tupino off his line, comes sliding to poke it free. And he made the commitment. He had to go get that. Here's Karani. Plays it wide, and the flag will be up. Aiden Bates was well offside. They'll just say play on. The flag was up, but Bates had no impact on the play. There's a second ball on the field they have to keep an eye on here. Now they will have somebody come out and clear it off. The Fullerton bench, I think, either threw it on the field because they thought it was an offside, or nope, it came from field 4 on accident. The field's all in a row here. The beautiful soccer complex in Wilson, North Carolina. Players stumbling all over the place. Trying to get it up to Charis again, and they do. Ziegler trying to do some defending there, and he's whistled for doing a little bit too much on the bump. Just over 7 minutes gone by here in our first half. And another set piece coming. Some a little bit more long range from Fullerton. It's a good insert. Another one deflected in. This one sent wide. Oliver Meza had 2 drives at it. The first blocked. The second too far past the far post. But good pressure from Fullerton Rangers White early. The clear was intercepted, and this trouble now. Benegaza working his way through, but the foul on the backside, so the danger averted as the defense bailed out Kaya Tupino. They'll go all the way back to flip the field. Good step inside there by Jimenez. But this pride free. Cherez giving it a run again. Eduardo Cherez puts it in. Tupino there. Karani. Wood peels it backwards. The startup blocked off by Guerra. So right at midfield, it'll be Sporting Kansas City possession. This 7-game schedule for these club teams in U.S. Youth Soccer, in addition to whatever other tournaments and state cups they play as they try to get themselves in position for their regional championship runs and perhaps even a chance to head to nationals this season. This year, the 2016 Youth Soccer National Championships headed to Frisco, Texas this year. After Tulsa last year and Germantown, Maryland the year before. And that ball will stay in play. The mud and choppiness of this field really going to play tricks with the spin, the roll, the weight of the ball. Sporting Kansas City looking to build here. Good step cutting back to the left. Slow rolling cross is blocked up as Keon got himself into space but couldn't do anything with it. Benny Gaza just lifting that one out of play down the touchline. Tupino goes wide with the restart. And the thud as that ball deadens off the mud and rolls out. That's where Guerrero restarts on the throw-in. Jarris tried to feather it through. It was blocked. Still distributed wide. Put back in to the harmful area. Ripping a goal. And this time, Meza able to find it. He had 2 cracks earlier. A deflection and then one miss wide. This time, he gets the feed right across the top of the box and knows what to do with it. Oliver Meza gives the Fullerton Rangers a 1-0 advantage here in the first half. You watch the start on the right side and then just the slow rolling ball that feathers all the way across. And Meza on the other end circles back and rifles one. And this time, he does find the back of the net. So a 1-0 lead for Fullerton, and now the team out of the California South looking for more. Wood. It's now Sporting Kansas City going to try to open things up here. Meza, the goal scorer, Dangerous turnover, another long-range drive, but this one saved. Tupino able to get in front of that. But another dangerous turnover in their own defensive half by Sporting Kansas City leads to a chance. That time the outside shot. As Miguel Martinez just put one on net, see what happens. Quarter hour gone by, already a goal here in this one. This U16 National League Blue Division matchup, each team's second game of the 2015-2016 schedule. One-timer on the half volley. And Benegaza sent it wide. He let it come all the way in, try to play it off that bounce, but well wide in the end. As the Rangers continue to apply the pressure. Ibarra. Run off the ball. Instead it was Rafanan who tried to fight down that sideline, but muscled out, and Fullerton regains possession. Good step to keep it with White, but that ball will roll all the way over and out. Meza takes it away again. Does he have another? Not this time, as a save made. That time Oliver Meza doing the creating. Now another one sent towards the box. Back post looking for the header back on. And this one will find the back of the net. It was Charis, I believe. Meza came over to get a touch for good measure, but the header should have found the net on its own. And number 10 in white will get credit with the goal. And just like that, 2-0. Another interception, and then Jerez from the right side on the header from the cross. And look at it as it crosses. It looks like it went in on its own, and then the touch at the end by Meza. So they'll give the goal to number 10, Jerez. And 2 early goals for Fullerton. And now they're on possession again. Wood trying to force something going, got a deflection off the hand, so it'll stay with a free kick now. McGuire. A good long cross. KC will probe the right flank, see if there's any room there. That'll be a Kansas City throw in, but center ref wants him to back up his insert spot. Benegas able to take it away, but can't start anything forward. McGuire intercepts. Jimenez walks it wide. Keon can't keep it. As it deflects out. The unforced turnover will give the ball back. Sporting Kansas City, a couple of changes. Jacob Sauter on, as is Aram Nadalizad. Look at the foul there as Wood was tripped up. That insert over everybody, and Fullerton's keeper backing up on it. And Andrew Fasano pulls it in. There's his first touch in the red keeper kit. And the push in the back. And Nomar Ibarra held the hands up, the classic sign of guilt. Quadruple change coming for Fullerton. As they go get some fresh legs after the two early goals. And both goal scorers among those who exit, Eduardo Cheris, number 10, and Oliver Meza, number 25, both sit, getting high fives on the bench for their excellent start. McGuire. Maldonado throws it in quick. Trying to fight through as Aguirre, and he'll draw the foul as he's down on the ground after that collision, holding his midsection. Aguirre was one of the subs who just came on, and as he was making that run, Maldonado trying to stretch him out here. Center rep sorting things out after the foul here, giving a decent look. The Kansas City wall will be backed up considerably. Ibarra lined up on the ball. Here's his insert. Headed on. And the save made by Tapino. Tapino builds it to the side, but the clear not perfect. Another turnover leads to another chance inside. Sidestepping the defender, looking to get it on frame, but unable to do so for Fullerton. And that a very good look. As another ball lofted over the top by Tupino there. Solid defending, but Maldonado's ball was not as strong as he would have liked, and that forced everything to slow up. The chip over the top rolls all the way into Tupino. De Rodriguez thought someone would be making a run from the top of that formation. Keon. A good defense as Souter able to force it out. And according to the linesman on the far side, he got a deflection as well, so it'll be a throw-in for Fullerton, who looks set to make a few more changes in just a bit. Some more of the reserves loosening on the sideline. Good flick on with the head by Rodriguez, but it for naught. Sporting Kansas City takes possession back. And the tug of the jersey and the foul will give Sporting Kansas City a chance to push numbers forward here if they so choose. They'll also get a substitute on with the break in the action. John Munoz on for Sporting Kansas City. Crossing insert. It was low, and after the misdirection, it wasn't struck the way they wanted to as Wood gets it back. Rafanon. Spins it inside again. Good ball by Rafanon. That finds its way all the way inside for Karani, but the shot blocked away. And then the easy clear. A chance to counter. Now a stall. What a beautiful ball, but an important stop as well. McGuire comes all the way back to stop that dangerous play. Fullerton looks like they want to make a sub here, this time just the one. Dionisio Rendon the third, wanting to check in, and now he will. As Guerra stands with the ball waiting for a throw-in. 2 early goals from the Rangers. Guerra will throw it in again. Both goals scored within the first 15 minutes. Guerra. Insert. Header flicked on, but nothing there. Didn't get much on it. Rodriguez on the other end of that cross. Another carry. This one cross in the middle. It's free in front. Maldonado trying to track it down. He can't get there. It'll be a throw-in for Fullerton, and they'll make another sub. Perez comes on for these final 10 minutes, plus stoppage time of the first half. Unable to keep that one in play was Perez, who just checked in. Things have really leveled out here in the last 20 minutes or so ever since that second goal came across when Jarris was able to head one home to make it 2-0 within the first quarter hour. Sporting Kansas City still searching for their first real chance on goal. Try to get one back here before intermission, because 2-1 at the break would certainly look a lot better than 2-0. Far side, good step. At the moment, it was Brybieska. Now Keon trying to make a run, but he won't get there first. Salazar does. Jostle in the corner. Salazar versus Keon, and Keon able to force the corner. So this may be just what Sporting Kansas City Academy needs. They're going to make a trio of substitutions, but they'll be told they have to wait until the next break. They go small with the corner. Now a one-hopper. And it was Dylan Cooper who let it rip. Call it a shot for Sporting Kansas City, as Fasano made the save with traffic in front. Now Keon had that go right by him. Guerra was working to try to get that ball, and he picked up the foul, or drew the foul, I should say. Salazar from just inside midfield. Spins one to the top of the box. Strong clear, and they got the foul on Salazar. As Sporting was trying to build that counter rush. And you see Guerra trying to wipe some of the mud and moisture off the ball before he throws it in. The sloppy conditions. But a beautiful day overhead. Temperatures expected to be sitting right around 70 degrees all day long. It's been this unusual warmth that has led to the high rainfall here in the area the last month and a half or so. The Girls National League got underway last weekend here in Wilson, and it was similar field conditions, just freezing cold. So the boys have to be thankful at least for the good weather overhead despite the muddy conditions on the field. KC will get the ball back here, try to push probably as quickly as possible as they work it right down the middle. And that shot will go well wide, as Munoz just tried to put one in the vicinity of goal, see if he could make something happen. Just about 4 minutes or so remaining here in this first half. Guerra can't track that down. An attacking third throw incoming for Sporting Kansas City towards the tail end of a first half that has been, for the most part, all Fullerton. But a chance to build some momentum here as Munoz bumped off the ball. Kansas City able to win that foot race. But it taken away again. In trouble as Rendon the third tried to start it up. Fullerton just making nothing easy for Sporting Kansas City, trying to move the ball forward. And again, smothering. And again, these 3 National League weekends highly attended by college scouts, national team scouts. These are the premier club teams of U16 U.S. Youth Soccer. Set it back for Munoz, who chips one well wide and high. The ambitious outside shot from Munoz again. And that came after Cooper set it back to him. Time for another push here as Sporting Kansas City trying to put more pressure in the last few minutes. That'll be a foul whistled on Sporting Kansas City as Ziegler tripped him up. This is the second of 4 games here on the third field at the soccer complex here in Wilson, North Carolina. That ball almost got all the way through. Souter at the last moment was the one who cut it off. It trickled through 3 defenders. But now trouble the other way. Line drive cross just out in front. As not only does Ed was making that run for the right post. And not only Zeded had that ball skip right in front of him. The Fullerton bench groaning as they thought they had the setup for a potential third goal here in this first half. The clear goes out. And Fullerton here with possession at the tail end of the first half. No particular hurry. Freeman will just let that bounce out of play. And now he gets it back. And with that whistle, we have reached halftime. So good early flurry from the Fullerton Rangers, the U16 U.S. Youth Soccer National League Blue Division here in the opening weekend. It was Oliver Meza who got the scoring started. Eduardo Charis able to head one home as well. 2-0 Fullerton through 40 here from Field 3. Welcome back to Wilson, North Carolina. Second half just underway. And U16 National League Blue Division matchup between the Fullerton Rangers White and Sporting Kansas City Academy. 2-0 Fullerton with 2 early goals in that first half, and then things really leveled out. But Sporting Kansas City trying to build some pressure late in that first half. But it was Fullerton that had the best opportunity of the final 10 minutes. But no scoring since the quarter-hour mark back in the first half. Teams switch sides here. Sporting Kansas City and their multiple blues going left to right now as they throw it in. And then Fullerton, you see, in their white kits with the blue sleeves and blue numerals. Munoz sent it to the middle for Chong. Josh Chong trying to go all the way across, and he gets bumped. So a free kick here for Sporting Kansas City. That's a pretty good spot, too. Chance to get one back here early in this second half. It was Chong who was fouled. He's lined up on the ball, as is McGuire. It'll be Chong, and he faked everybody out. He built it slow. It gives a chance for Freeman, who was blocked off, and the goal kick coming. So the early chance here in the second half for Sporting Kansas City thwarted. This ball through. Cheris, who's already got a goal today, steps inside. Cheris lets it roll on. And the rolling save. Tupino, who was busy in that first half, handles his first test of the second. Cheris got the header to make it 2-0 back in that 14th minute. It's Freeman's ball in, blocked off. Maldonado. Now good footwork through the middle by Souter. This ball over the top. The flag would have been up. So Meza just backs up on it. Linesman was eyeing him, waiting to see if he made a move towards the ball. Meza stared right back at him as he stood upright. Couldn't ask for better weather here in the middle of December. Meza rolls it through perfectly for the one-timer that was saved and deflected wide for a corner. Martinez had it set on a plate for him, as Meza just rolled it right across, and a wide open look at goal, but the sprawling save from Tupino forces the corner kick. But more pressure from Fullerton. So here comes the corner kick now as they back on and shoot it towards middle. It's a good one, headed on, and a diving save again. It was Martinez, who just had the last one saved, and he was on the other end of the insert. Put it in a good spot, just didn't get quite enough on it to beat Tupino. Trouble here. Meza in alone. Meza just wide. Oliver Meza had it fall right into his lap after he set the table last time when Martinez couldn't finish. So 3 straight pretty good looks at goal for Fullerton, but Tupino there for 3 saves. Kansas City again can't get the ball out of their own half. Good combination. Ibarra has it slid off his foot, and that rolled unluckily for Kansas City out for a corner kick. Punched away. All the way across. Here's a turn back for a shot. That was blocked. And this will go for another corner. Maldonado that time. Sporting Kansas City on their heels. Chong heads it free. Long range shot that just trickles wide. This one untouched as Aragon squirted it just wide of the post. Now Sporting Kansas City a chance to try to build something, but again walled off right at midfield. Meza. Ball in for Maldonado. And Tupino comes out to scoop it off his feet. Betts has it taken away. It's Meza again. And they will get the handball. Ziegler went down to try to pry it free, had the arm out in front. And so it was Martinez. He'll give it up to Nomar Ibarra. Just a 2-man wall in front of Ibarra. Bunched on the right top corner of the box. Ibarra. There is Tupino to pick it out of midair. Salazar calmly set it back for his keeper, Fasano. But Sporting Kansas City starting to build a little possession here, but they lose it out of bounds. Tug of the jersey and a late whistle. It was Thieres who was pulled down. Ziegler doesn't like the late whistle from the referee, but from our vantage point here just off to the side, right beyond the Fullerton bench where that foul happened, Looked like he got a good grip of the number 10 on the back of the jersey. So another free kick. Leaping header back in front, but the flag up for offside. And Sporting Kansas City will make a couple of substitutions here. Jackson Wood and Alex Jimenez both back on. A couple of starters returning for Sporting Kansas City Academy. Chong trying to fight through. Maldonado just too strong that time. Lead pass blocked. Then Maldonado called for the foul there on the slide tackle. Now perhaps some of that fatigue starting to set in here with just about 10 minutes gone by here in our second half. That 2-0 lead for Fullerton, they in no rush. Jerez forcing the issue. And he forces the turnover. As everything got sped up. Sporting Kansas City trying to probe the right side and finesse their way up. Jerez wasn't having it, so they had to go quickly left. Chong sets it back. Johnny Hansen loses it over the touchline, and the throw coming pass intercepted. And a well-weighted ball. But McGuire was in good positioning. And again, Cheris making things difficult back there, or at least interesting. Chong nearly chased it down. And the frustration building on the side of Sporting Kansas City as the Rangers continue to apply pressure. Good spinning turn to keep possession. And a chance for Keon. Mike Keon. Insert. Rejected. Maldonado whistled for the foul, and then as the continuation happened, the ref has to reassert his dominance with the whistle to stop play and get everything back in order. They went small, but the referee wasn't ready, so they'll do it again. See if they change it up or do more of the same. Yeah, this time they go over the top. Ball free in front, and that shot was blocked off. But it was last touched by Sporting Kansas City, so a goal kick in the end. Axel Marquez was right there. Taking on defenders and distributing nicely was Keon. Munoz wide for Keon, trying to angle it back, but the touch too heavy. He'll get bailed out though because the big Karam glanced out of play. His last touch by Aragon, so a corner coming for Sporting Kansas City here. After a bulk of chances for the Rangers. Now a small corner. Munoz flicks it on, that blocked away. And this runs all the way out for a corner, wisely let go. Three subs coming on for Fullerton. As Guerra comes back, as does Eric Rodriguez. Chong will come off for Sporting Kansas City as they get Rafanon back onto the field, as well as one of their forwards, Sean Karani. Another small corner. Just into the match, and winning that one was Guerra, and then it's muscled out of play, so possession will stay with Fullerton for the efforts of Guerra. About a full hour gone by now in this U16 National League Blue Division matchup. Remember, at the U16 level, 2 40-minute halves plus stoppage time during National League play. Sporting Kansas City needs 2 to try to force a draw and get a point out of this one. Karani. Beautiful control from McGuire there. As he picked that ball out of the air and virtually carried it to the turf. Or what's left of the turf anyway. Thunder is clear from Souter. Now Cheris. And that wound up closer to frame than I think Tupino thought it would. That all started with that big clear from Souter. And Cheris was able to catch up to it and have a go at goal. They get Guerra for that right hand wrapping around. And the referee wants to, oh, he's going to book Guerra here. So the yellow card caution shown to Guerra, and the Fullerton bench trying to get an explanation. So there's our first booking of the match. That's going to be a corner kick. Looked like Jimenez, number 10 in blue, was right on it, so it must have gotten deflected after that. Another chance for Sporting Kansas City to try to claw back into this one. Carrying all the way is Meza. Meza right into a sliding Tupino. And he did all that work to get in behind and then just a simple roll-on finish. Meza, who's already got a goal scored today, has had 3 really good looks at goal here in this second half. Should probably have a second. Cheris tried to set up Maldonado for that overlapping run. The timing just a bit off. Cheris able to get the deflection. He'll throw it in. Waving Meza towards the corner. Meza bumped. keeps his feet and possession. And then he trips up as the ball gets deflected out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Fullerton now, as they continue to milk time off the clock with that 2-0 lead that they've had since the 15th minute. Mesa and Cherish, the goal scorers. They'll build up for a long corner insert. To the far post, headed back in. And that was deflected out by Sporting Kansas City. So from the other side, a corner kick for the Rangers. Here it is, flicked on, they got it. The corner kick sets up the goal as the header finish. And a beautiful set piece conversion. And Fullerton pads their lead, it's 3-0. A great insert to the far post. And just touched on. There's nobody along that back post, and the finish makes it 3-0. So now is that gut check time for Sporting Kansas City. Trailing 3-0. The long throw bounces all the way through. And that outside drive to nowhere in particular. But it will allow the Rangers to make a couple of substitutions here. As high fives all around on the Fullerton side. A 3-0 effort thus far. And they'll make more subs as they look to use virtually their entire roster card. On day 2 of this first weekend of National League play for the 2015-16 season. They got the foul on Fullerton. McGuire. taken away. Watch out. Brybieska in full stride was redirected. Another one into the box for a turn towards the goal. Here's Guerra. Heavy touch to Ibiza. But Ibarra had his blocked off, and now a chance perhaps for Sporting Kansas City to build something the other way. Rafanon leading the way. Aiden Bates headed towards a dangerous position in front of goal if they can pick him out, but rather it's Fullerton who pulls the ball away. Karani gets it back. His centering pass booted away. Some hand jostling. It's pulled free. Fullerton in dangerous position and make it number 4. The one-on-one, and in the end, the battle won. And the Rangers take advantage with a one-on-one look at goal, and too easy to make it 4-0. And here with just about 10 minutes remaining, it was the jostling at the top with the ball that set it up. And then watch as they're fighting right to left and then just pulled free. And once there was that little bit of separation, then it was just an easy look at goal and a wide open upper 90 and a clinical finish to make it 4-0. Guerra now sets it inside. So the Rangers looking for more. Bump down in the box. And the whistle, this is right around the 18. Looks like it was just outside of it. Aguirre was making a run. Or excuse me, Brybieska was the one who was on the move and he was tripped up. So another dangerous spot. Already 4-0. It's Rodriguez who's going to play it in on the referee's whistle. Rodriguez has a go. Tupino there. And Rodriguez looked over at his bench before the referee gave him the all clear and asked, "Can I take a shot at this?" The bench said yes, so he did. And now you know Fullerton going to fight to keep that clean sheet here over the last few minutes. The offense has certainly done their part, netting 4. And now they try to get themselves in position again. But good speed from Xander Glynn. He got there first, had nowhere to go with it though, so he'll just concede a throw and let the rest of his mates come back and help him out. A 1-on-2 in the corner. Players take a tumble, but in the end it'll just be a goal kick. That was deflected, but still gets through to Munoz. This play is onside. They'll go for a Ranger throw. Final 4 minutes here with a 4-goal lead for Fullerton in our second of 4 matches here on Field 3 in Wilson, North Carolina. Another corner kick coming. This is how Fullerton scored their 3rd goal. That was deflected up top. Munoz able to head it away. Souter with a good ball. Now the one-timer deflected back for a one-touch. And nearly a second straight for number 16. But he skied it, and now all eyes turn on the field where there's an injured player. Looks like a Fullerton tough to see a number as he's surrounded. And they check on him. Looks like it's something in the leg area, perhaps cramping up a little bit. It was away from the play. Very gingerly up and walking again. I think it's Souter out of that central back row, who's had a very nice match today. Karani trying to force the issue and get there, but instead it's Fullerton again. Pribieska chips it out of play. And Fullerton will be satisfied with just controlling some possession here, eating up some of these final few minutes. Wood. Had his pass deflected. Trying to stay on side. Bribieska tripped up. And Tupino will come out and start it with a roll. Good sliding tackle. Well timed. They got to get the foul on Kansas City there. And another foul called to set up a free kick here very late in this 4-0 scoreline, with the leaders in striking position again. Salazar standing over the ball with Guerra waiting in the wings. It'll be Guerra. And there is the final whistle. 4-0 will go the scoreline. 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. For Fullerton, they tack on 2 more in the second half. 4 different Rangers score in the 4-0 victory. We thank you so much for joining us here on Turbo Sports Group's presentation of U.S. Youth Soccer National League coverage here on the opening weekend. Game 2 of 4 coming your way here today from Field 3, where Fullerton Rangers take it by a final score of 4-0.